Live in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for one of our preseason matchups here for the SFL Season 12. We're ready to bring it to you right here. It's the Dallas Lobos coming in, visiting the Sioux Falls Sparrows here at Liberty Park. I am your play-by-play commentator, Eric Vincent, otherwise known as EK Vincent. And I got T-Roy Gaines with me here doing the color commentary with me. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, Eric. I'm very excited to call today's game between the Dallas Lobos and the Sioux Falls Sparrows. We have the Lobos who finished with a 3-9 record last season, but had one of the greatest upsets last season, beating Tallahassee, while Sioux Falls finished fourth in their conference, and they look to continue that momentum here. It all starts today with this preseason game.
All right, and here we are, midfield for the coin toss. Let's see how it all shapes out. So, visiting Lobos are going to receive the coin toss, or excuse me, receive the first half kickoff, and Sioux Falls will get the second half kickoff. And we got the ball teed up. Looks like we're all ready to go. Hand is in the air, and Sioux Falls will kick it. We are underway here in South Dakota. Fielded at about the 5-yard line, bringing it right up the field is Dallas, and they will bring him down at about the 31-yard line. And that is where Jacques Ulandula will take over at quarterback. The new signing bringing him into Dallas, coming over from Carolina and San Francisco. What do you see kind of from this offense here? T-Roy.
Well, it looked like they want to replace the outgoing Sebastian Energy, who was the leading passer in the SFL last season. We'll see what happens here.
And a handoff, which is something that Dallas didn't do a ton last season, but a handoff to start things off. And that is a good chunk of 9 yards off the first play from scrimmage for the Lobos.
A nice run up the middle by Zach Senlin, the rookie, 6'2", 260-pounder, looking to help Dallas with their offense with a nice ground attack.
And I understand we're getting no game audio. We're going to get that fixed here in just a hot second. While Ulanduya is going to throw here. He's going to throw it over to the left-hand side, tipped and incomplete.
And great job by Jay Ringwald with the nice pat down for a pass intended to the receiver there for Dallas, Mason Kirby.
All
Third
right.
and short.
And again, guys, we're going to get this fixed for you here. Make sure you get that game audio. There we go. Just kind of stand by with us just while we're kind of working through the technical difficulties. Promise we'll get you that game audio.
And that was a great run up the gut by Zach. He converted that third down. Now it's 1st and 10 here for Dallas. See what they do here.
Ulandula will take the snap. He's going to throw again. Fires it over the middle of the field, and that's caught. That's right out to the 35-yard line of Sioux Falls. Good first drive here for the Lobos as they move into Sioux Falls territory.
And that was a great catch by Federal's senior, season 11 rookie, junior senior, the third. Nice catch up the middle. And it's the first down on Sioux Falls 35.
So 1st and 10, offset I. Sandlin will get the handoff. Zach Sandlin, the second overall pick in this season's SFL rookie draft. And he gets stopped right behind the line there. It was a good stop by the Sioux Falls defense.
And hopefully the Dallas Lobos O-line will be able to give their rookie running back room to roam. They finished last year worse than the SFL in yards rushing with just 243.
Ulandula will throw, pump fakes, and he goes down in the backfield. That was a sack there for the Sioux Falls defense.
And great job by Nick Fargo with the sack there. He finished last season with 91 tackles with 1 sack. He already starts the preseason off right with a sack on that play. 3rd and long.
So here we go, 3rd and long. Another pass, this time checking it down over the middle, crossing route. Not going to be enough for the first down as he gets stopped short of the line to gain.
But still, that was a nice completion. John Barnhart made a nice open field tackle, but with Junior seeing the first completion reception right there, that at least potentially gave Dallas a field goal opportunity. We'll see if they're going to do it.
And Manuel is the returning kicker. He was the same kicker last season for the Lobos, and he is going to line up for this attempt here. Going to be about a 48-yarder, definitely no gimme from this stretch. Kick is on the way, and just a couple yards short. It is going to be no good, so the first drive for the Lobos comes up empty.
Yeah, that's not the start Dallas wanted. Me and Damon, we called him M Square last season during the 2 games we called. And didn't have enough oomph there on that kick, but he'll bounce back. It's good to get the kinks out of the way here.
So the Sparrows will take over, a handoff to start things off, and a good gain and a first down and more out to the 49-yard line of the Sparrows. That's Colin Hart coming in with a big run.
And Colin Hart ran up the middle. He was a very good running back last season. Finished the year with 1,683 yards rushing, 20 rushing TDs, and he also had 64 receptions out of the backfield. A very, very great weapon for Sioux Falls.
Julian Tyree, the returning quarterback again, his I believe it's 7th season with the Sparrows. And this time Colin Hart goes nowhere because he gets stopped in the backfield. 2nd and 11 is going to be coming up here for the Sparrows.
And that was a nice open field tackle by Vincent there. And yes, as you mentioned, Julian Tyree, this is his 7th season, and basically Sioux Falls returned everybody from last season with the exception of 2. We'll talk about them as the broadcast goes along.
Tyree's going to throw this time. He checks it over to the left-hand side, and that's a catch. That's going to be Sean Harrelson with the catch, and he'll bring it out to the 46-yard line. A good gain of 6 as a little extracurriculars out there on the field.
Yes, there was, but great job by Sean Harrelson, the 6th season vet. Previously started with Carolina, makes a nice catch, make it more 3rd and manageable here.
So a 3rd and 5 from the Dallas 46, barely creeped in as Tyree's going to throw, and he's got a man on the crossing route out to the 30-yard line of the Lobos, and that's going to be another first down for the Sparrows. Another good-looking drive here on the first possession for each of these teams.
And the offensive line has done a great job giving Tyree time to throw the ball, and then A.J. Warren makes a nice catch in the middle. First down now, and they are almost in the red zone.
Another handoff here is Hart, and Hart's breaking through tacklers, and he's going to be on his way to the end zone for the first touchdown of the ball game.
Nice play by Colin Hart. A toss sweep to his right. Great blocking by the O-line. Colin Hart needed to make that one-man miss. He just trucked the poor fella, took him to the shadow realm, and did what looks like the dirty bird. Nice touchdown play by Colin Hart.
So we'll line up for the extra point here. Sammy Prefontaine, again, a returning kicker. Kick is up, and it's going to be through the uprights. And that's going to be 7 points on the board for the Sparrows to start things off. And things are looking good for both these offenses, honestly, here, Troy. Just a short, long field goal attempt there. The long field goal attempt was a bit short for the Lobos, and the Sparrows able to punch it in from just outside of the red zone there.
Yeah, and one thing about Sioux Falls, since they returned basically everybody intact on offense, they still got the chemistry that they built last season. While Dallas, they got some new folks on offense, and they're going to have to see if they can get it together. But we got a nice kick return here.
A penalty marker on the turf, though, so we'll have to kind of see what happens. That's Mason Kirby out there on the return, and hopefully you guys are getting some game audio now that we finally got that fixed. Looks like the referee has called a holding on the Lobos, so the Sparrows will accept, and that'll be a 10-yard penalty against Mr. Lobo himself, number 73.
Yeah, and unfortunately what happens on a nice kick return, you see the flag on the field. That's a holding penalty. Negates what was a great kick return, putting Dallas back on their 21.
So Luyendula will line up again for his second possession here. He's going to drop back and throw, checks it down to a receiver, and he's only got 2 or 3 yards there. That was Sneakers Alamo with the catch, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 7.
And the Dallas O-line did a great job giving Luyendula time to throw the ball. 2nd and 7, we'll see if they're going to give their rookie running back the rock here.
And again, apologize for the delay, guys. You should be getting that game audio now as Luyendula is going to throw, and he checks it over to the left-hand side. And that is a catch to Mike Osai, and that will bring up 3rd and 4 coming up here, Troy.
And Mike Osai, it's always good to see a fellow Baltimore player, even though he's a former one. Always good to see him perform. Nice catch, make it further manageable here.
Luyendula going to throw. He's got time. He's going to sling it over the middle. That's a catch to Kirby, and that'll be a 1st down coming up for Dallas.
Nice conversion. The drive has been extended. Good job by Luyendula finding Mason Kirby in the middle. Now it's now 1st and 10 on their 33. We'll see what they do here on this next play.
And now that we finally got everything organized, we'll go ahead and run down the Lobos offense. Mentioned Luyendula at quarterback, Zach Sandlin, the 2nd overall pick. Mike Osai, we saw him. Mason Kirby, the kick returner. Junior, senior, the 3rd. And Tristan Carr coming over at tight end from the London Knights. And there is Mr. Carr himself. He will get a catch out to the 40-yard line of Dallas, where it'll be a 2nd and short.
And I'm experiencing PTSD with these two guys. Luyendula was the bane of my existence when he was in Carolina. And then also Tristan Carr himself. They both had good games against my Vultures. Look like they're going to bring that offensive production here in Dallas.
Jacques going to throw again. He's in trouble, and he goes down. He got absolutely walloped. And Luyendula is having a hard time getting up as he's holding his head. Summers was the one that knocked him down, and that was a big hit there, Troy.
Yeah, Summers is playing well in the winter season. Great job by him getting past the O-lineman, making a nice tackle for making the 3rd down a little bit less manageable here.
We've got Alex Parker and Nick Fargo at the linebacker spots for the Sparrows. Andrew Nyberg and John Barnhart are the corners as Luyendula is going to throw, and he's got his man. That's junior, senior, the 3rd, JS3, with another catch. And we've got Jay Ringgold and A.J. Levy back there at the safety spots for the Sparrows as well as we get another look at the play.
And Luyendula was poised in the pocket, was able to find JS3 in the middle to convert that 3rd down. This is a nice drive by Dallas to see if they can convert to points here on this drive.
2 backs in the backfield for Luyendula as he is under center. 2 wideouts towards the bottom of the screen. He's going to throw. He's got a man on the outside. That's Osai, and he's going to make it out to the 46-yard line for a gain of 6. Tackled by Nyberg.
The always dependable Mike Osai. He had 1,900 yards receiving last season. Almost 2,000
Go ahead and say for the people
yards
in the back.
receiving.
Go ahead and say for the people in the back.
Again, 1,900 yards receiving.
Ooh.
That is a monster year from the 6-year vet.
Oh, man. A lot of yards there. Sandlin's going to get a handoff here. Again, this Dallas team, they did not run the ball a whole lot last season. So seeing them run the football, even though it's very basic playbooks here, folks, it's still kind of a breath of fresh air to see a little bit of balance on the offense.
And that's what the preseason is for, to see what can work and what won't work. And that's why you run those plays, see what they can improve upon for week 1 in the preseason, regular season.
Luyendula is going to throw, and he's got a man just past the first down marker. That's going to be a first down. And I believe that was Harold Miner out there with his first catch. And the Lobos are looking good once again on their second possession.
Yes, sir. And Miner with a major third down conversion there. Great job making the catch and get Dallas into Tulsa territory. Sorry, Sioux Falls territory.
Luyendula looking around, barking out orders. He's got an offset I formation. 3 wideouts. He's going to hand it off to Sandlin, who gets gobbled up at the line of scrimmage. Nick Fargo and company in there on the stop, along with Alex Parker. And that was a good play by the Sparrows defense.
I know we definitely have talked about this last year. These short games may turn into long games as the game wears on. If the O-line wears out the D-line, we'll see if that will happen if Dallas stays committed to the run.
Luyendula is going to throw this time. He has a man over on the right. That's caught. JS3 with another catch. And he will make it out to the Sioux Falls 33-yard line. So inching their way a little bit closer into field goal range possibly.
Yes, sir. And another wide receiver, Junior Caesar Ferry, had a great year himself his rookie season. He had 1,616 yards receiving and 10 touchdowns last year. Looking to build off of that starting now.
Chance of defense in the air as another completed catch is thrown over the middle. That's Mike Osai with another catch, and that'll move those chains for a first down.
And Jacquez is picking up where he left off last season. And it looks like Dallas will be okay, even though they will be missing Sebastian Synergy. Jacquez is just picking up where he left off.
Got 3 wide receivers this time. Sandlin's going to be in the backfield. Luyendula's under center. He's going to throw. Got time. He's going to air it out over the right-hand side. Caught. Another first down. And they're going to mark him as a first and goal right from the 10. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. A very quick first quarter of action here in Sioux Falls. The hometown Sparrows with the short lead, 7-0, with Dallas knocking on the door.
And great catch by Tristan Carr. Last season, he finished with 1,152 yards and 5 TDs with London, and he's bringing that production here to Dallas. First and goal.
Flip the sides of the field here as Luyendula is under center for this first and goal. Short drop. He's going to hit a crossing route. He's got about 5 or 6 yards on that, and that'll end up being marked down at the 3, courtesy of JS3.
A nice catch in the middle. I was a little bit worried there if the receiver's going to collide and not make that catch, but it's still second and goal, second and manageable. We'll see if they're going to give their running back the ball here.
Sandlin, the second overall pick. He's going to get the pitch. He's going to bring it right up the middle, but the Sioux Falls defense was ready for it, and he will lose a couple yards on that play, bring up 3rd and goal.
It looked like it was going to be a toss play to the left, but the Sioux Falls defense was already ready for it. Stopped them for a 2-yard, 3-yard loss. See what Dallas does here.
Looks like they might air it out. They've got 3 wide receivers down towards the bottom of the screen. Jacques under center. He's going to hand it off to Sandlin, though. Sandlin trying to break through tackles. He is not going to get to pay dirt as he gets stopped at the 2. So it'll be 4th and goal, and the Lobos will have to attempt another field goal.
But still, good effort by Zach Sandlin. He almost was able to break the tackle there, but he was able to get a couple yards and make this basically a chip shot for Dallas.
First field goal attempt missed by Manuel. This one much more manageable for him. Nothing more than an extra point at 19 yards. Snap is good. Kick up and on the way and through. So again, from 19 yards, Dallas is on the board.
Yeah, Manuel should be hyped. It's like, I need to get this rust off. It's been a long off season. Good field goal by them. Not the end result that Dallas wanted. I'm sure they wanted 6, but hey, it's better to have 3 than 0.
Certainly they'll take any points they could possibly get at this point. Manuel's got the ball in the tee, and he will kick it away. 9:28 left to go here in the first half. Sioux Falls returning the ball up to about the 30-yard line, and that's where he'll get dragged down. Riley Porter, the return man there. And again, since we've got everything under control here, we'll go ahead and run through the Sioux Falls offense. I mentioned Julian Tyree and Colin Hart, both returning starters. Sean Harrelson, A.J. Warren, also returning starters. Riley Porter and Craig Hearn are your other receivers, Craig Hearn being the tight end for the Sparrows. Tyree's going to be under center to start things off. A little pitch play to Colin Hart. He's got some blockers and some running room down on the right-hand side. He could go all the way. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
And this was the norm last season. Colin Hart busting long runs for TDs. Remember, he had 20 last season. Nice toss play to his right. And all he had to do was use his speed. Good block by number 15 right there. And the speed just did the rest.
And Colin Hart was looking good on that first touchdown run. Also, this one obviously a little bit lengthier for him, but certainly looking good in the preseason. Not looking like he has much rust at all there, Troy.
No, sir. I mean, he's going to be a nightmare for opposing defenses this year. Looking to potentially get, what, a 2,000-yard season? We'll see.
He's certainly looking like he can hit that with the way he's running so far. The extra point up and good. Sioux Falls lengthens their lead to 11 as they are at 14, Dallas at 3. And shoot, that was only about, what, 15 seconds? And Dallas is going to get the ball back.
Yeah, that was a quickie. Just a kick return and then a long touchdown run by Hart. But what makes those long runs possible is blocking by everybody, not just the O-line, but the receivers and tight ends as well. As you saw in the last play, number 15 made a nice block that sprung Colin Hart free.
Kirby's going to try and do his best here to get a good return, but he makes it out to about the 32-yard line. Decent return, and we will see the Lobo offense out there once again. Defense is going to be extra fresh once they get back out there because, one play and done, and Hart's in the end zone. But we'll see what this offense can do. Very methodical, moving down the field, good balance between the run and the pass.
Let's see if they can get their running game started with Mr. Zach Zinlin.
And Sandlin's going to get the handoff here, making a man miss as he makes it out to about the 38-yard line. Good gain of 7 on first down.
And that was a nice gain. Great blocking by the O-line and the fullback. Here's the replay right here. It only took about 5 yards before the first man was able to reach him. Good job by the Dallas O-line. This is what I'm talking about. Those short gains earlier in the game is now starting to become long gains.
John Barnhart, the 13th overall pick in the draft with that tackle there. And that brings up second down. Hand off to Sandlin again. Sandlin gets met right at the line of scrimmage. He'll barely get a yard. And they'll mark him down at the Dallas 40. Let's get a look at the running back numbers so far. Not really much of a comparison.
Not right now, but if I was Zach Zinlin, I wouldn't be worried about it. Just get these reps in. They are very valuable reps, and it'll get him ready for the regular season where he's going to probably equal that mark.
Third and short for the Lobo offense. Luyendula, blitz coming, picked up. He's throwing it over the middle. He's got a man. Breaking tackles is Tristan Carr, and he brings it out to the 33-yard line where it'll be another first down.
And that's what Tristan Carr did all last year for London, going up the middle, finding the seam, making the catch in between two defenders. Almost broke that for a long game. It weren't for Jay Ringo making that nice open field tackle.
Second team all SFL, over 100 catches, over 1,000 yards, and 5 touchdowns with the London Knights coming overseas from there. And Dallas is certainly glad to have him. I formation this time around for Luyendula. He's going to throw again. Short pass underneath, and that's incomplete. That was definitely a dangerous throw there. Good defense by Sioux Falls.
Yeah, that's definitely an ill-advised throw there by Luyendula. He had 3 Sparrows surrounding Tristan Carr there, but hey, it only was an incompletion. No harm, no foul.
This time we'll got 2 backs in the backfield, 2 wideouts. Jacques going to be under center this time. Hand off to Sandlin. Sandlin's got some room and trying to break through the couple tacklers out there. If he did, it would have been all the way home. But he gets stopped there at the 27. It's going to be a third manageable, though.
Yes, nice play by the old line and the fullback getting Sandlin the room he needed to roam. 3rd and 4, definitely manageable. We'll see if they can convert this 3rd down here.
Jacques under center again, offset I formation, 2 wideouts. Hand off again to Sandlin. Sandlin's in trouble, and he's going to go down in the backfield. Great hold by the Sparrows defense, and that forces a 4th down and another field goal attempt.
And great job by the Sparrows, just disrupting the O-line's plans there of busting Sandlin free for a 1st down. Now they got to sell for a field goal attempt. It's only at the Sioux Falls 29-yard line. They should be able to make this. We'll see if Manuel can do it.
Again, still no chip shot. It's going to be a 40-yarder for sure. And it is going to be off to the left and no good. So Manuel only able to hit 1 field goal so far in this game as we get into the look here on the replay and see what exactly happened. He knew it was going left, too.
Yeah, he was trying to give a little English and get that ball to the right of that goalpost, but he missed it wide left. But again, this is preseason. Good to get these kinks out of the way, these mess-ups out of the way. But, look at that rushing average, 27.3.
Woo!
That's nasty.
And Troy, I'm glad you said that. We've got very generic playbooks coming in, guys, and no real game planning or anything like that. So you're not really seeing an accurate portrayal of what each of these teams are going to do. Just each team coming out here, getting some reps in, getting the rust off, and having a good time.
Yeah. I remember last season, my team, the Vultures, we lost our preseason game, but we was able to have a 9-3 record. So what you see in the preseason doesn't mean it's going to happen in the regular season.
Absolutely. So definitely glad to have everybody in here watching us as Sioux Falls gets another big handoff from Colin Hart. He'll make it out to the 42-yard line, and that'll be a 3rd and short coming up.
But if you're players or fans of the Sioux Falls Sparrows, you're definitely loving what you see here. Great job by Colin Hart going up the middle, making it a 3rd and manageable on that play.
Third and 4. Dallas stacking the box. They're going to back out into coverage. Throwing over the middle. Almost intercepted there. And that was E.K. Vinson, former safety, moving over to linebacker last season to play for the Lobos and almost getting his big mitts on it. I want to run through the Lobos defense real quick while I can. Crash Combs going over to corner. He was a former wide receiver last season. Iverson Gamble, Kane Vasquez, the safeties. We mentioned Vinson there. Jukin Rukin down there at defensive tackle, and Denzel Maverick, the 17th overall pick in the SFL draft at defensive tackle as well. So that defense forces a punt. Fair catch called for by Kirby, and they'll mark him down at the 22-yard line.
And great job by the Dallas D. Only gave up a long run from Colin Hart, but it didn't result to a 1st down. We'll see if Dallas can convert this drive to points and make this a close game. They definitely want 6 on this drive.
5:23 left to go in the first half. We'll see if the Lobos can get a touchdown on the scoreboard as opposed to just the 3 points. They've been having trouble with that so far. Luyandula delayed handoff to Sandlin, who's got plenty of room. He'll bring it out to the 27. They'll go a little no huddle here.
And maybe an upbeat tempo will help Dallas get into that end zone. We'll see.
Jacques on the throw, avoiding pressure, throws over the middle to Carr, and he's got a 1st down and more. Out to the 38, again, hustling back up to the line.
Yeah, I like this. Dallas is trying to get something started here.
Delayed handoff. Sandlin gets gobbled up in the backfield. Loss of 2.
Let's see if they're going to throw it on this play.
Pitch play this time to Sandlin. Sandlin got running room, trying to lower the shoulder. Doesn't get much there. He'll get a gain of 4 out to the 39. Lobos still going no huddle.
Hopefully they'll convert this. I would like for them to slow it down now. We'll see.
Jacques to throw, slings it over the middle. He's got Carr, and they'll give him that 1st down there thanks to forward progress.
Man, this is a high-octane offense. Here they go.
Picking up the tempo. Jacques to throw. He's going to throw it over to the left. That's a dangerous pass, almost into the hands of Mike Osai, but that's tipped and incomplete.
Yeah, the tight end, Meadowlark, almost made the catch, but unfortunately tipped off his hands. Osai almost had a chance to get it, but that will at least slow things down and have Dallas think about what they're going to do here for the rest of this drive.
And they've got Husky Mo Motley back there, 6'1", 260. That's the fullback there in the offset eye. 2nd down and 10. Hand off to Sandlin. Sandlin trying to find some room, does not find any, as he'll barely get a yard out to the 49.
And great job by the Sioux Falls defender. They blitzed one guy more than what the Dallas Lobos O-line can handle. Now it's a 3rd and long. We'll see if they can convert. We'll see if Dallas can convert here.
Jacques to throw. He's going to check it down real quick to Sandlin. Must not have seen anything downfield because he immediately checked it down there. And that's going to end up being a 4th down for the Lobos.
And most likely they will punt here, but it's better to check down, get positive yards than to have a turnover there where Sioux Falls can make it an easy chance to score. We'll see if the Dallas can pin them deep here on this punt.
Going to be playing field position here as Rock Vandenboom is going to punt the ball. Looks like he's aiming that towards the left-hand side. Bounces at about the 8, and it will come to a stop. And they got him down at the 3-yard line. Great punt there by Vandenboom. And that will set up Sioux Falls with a pretty lengthy drive coming up here.
Yeah, there's potential for Dallas to get a safety here. We'll see if they can prevent Colin Hart from carrying them out of that danger zone there.
First and 10 from the 3. Hart going to get the handoff, lowers his shoulder and breaks through a tackler. Able to get that running room, and that is just, it's hard to watch for the Dallas Lobos as the Sparrows able to get some breathing room out of the back of their own end zone. Seen that the whole way, E.K. Vincent in there on the stop.
And I remember calling a couple of Dallas Lobo games, and I call E.K. Vincent the Inspector Gadget of this team. You thought you had a chance to bust a long run, you just hear go, go, Gadget arms, and Vincent makes a great tackle every time.
That brings up a 2nd and long from the 15. Handoff again to Hart. Hart trying to follow blockers, trying to squeeze through tacklers, and just unable to bring him down. Iverson Gamble was dragged for a couple of yards before they finally got him down.
But thankfully, Gamble was able to hold on, because if he didn't, it looked like Hart had a long touchdown run in his sights there.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in South Dakota, 14-3. The score, the 11-point lead in favor of the Sioux Falls. And they're going to get lined up here, see if maybe they can get more points on the board leading into halftime. Handoff again to Hart. Blockers leveling the entire defense as Hart is able to get a ton of room on the right-hand side. Gamble again with the stop, and just a ton of rushing yards for Colin Hart here in the first half.
I hate to say this, but I think Dallas may have overthink themselves on that play. It looks like they audible thinking that Hart was going to go to his left, but he went to the right, and there was nobody for Dallas to stop him until down the field on the other side of
Pitch play going the other way. This time a good stop by the Dallas defense. And that was Bobby Lawless getting in there and knocking him down for the stop.
Lawless laying down the law on that attempt by Hart. Nice 3-yard loss. We'll see if the Lobos can hold the Sioux Falls Sparrows to at least 3. Hopefully worse.
Just about a minute left here in the first half. Hart with another handoff. And they're going to bring it out to the 37. Excuse me, it'll be 3rd and long as Sioux Falls burns their first time out.
Here you go. Nice job by the Dallas Lobos stopping Hart. Hopefully they can stop the Sparrows here on 3rd and long and force them to punt.
"58 seconds frozen on the clock after that timeout by Sioux Falls.
By the team in the league. Great job by Sioux Falls converted. Great job by number 15 there making the catch.
So Tyree's going to throw again. He's going to throw a screen over to Hart. Hart's got blockers in front of him, and the Dallas defense holds, gives them the first down. So it's going to be a 1st and goal from the 2. Sioux Falls hurrying up here as they've got 35 seconds to get in the end zone. Tyree's going to throw again. He throws it over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Vincent with the deflection.
Good job by Vincent there with the pat down. Hart almost took it into the end zone on that reception there. He had 64 receptions for 275 and 3 touchdowns last season. Let's see if they're going to use him as the bell cow on display.
"31 seconds, 2nd and goal from the 2 for the Sparrows. Tyree's going to throw it again. It's picked off in the end zone by the Lobos. So rather than getting 7 on the board, they're going to get nothing. And Dallas will probably end up going into the half to make some adjustments here as we get another look at the pick by Vasquez.
Great job by Vasquez reading the quarterback like a book. I thought that was going to be a running play to Colin Hart, but Sioux Falls want to see if they can score through the air. Didn't work out for them.
So 27 seconds left to go here in the first half. We'll see what the Lobos want to do here as they hand it off to Sandlin. Sandlin is going to get a few yards, not much more. And I think the Lobos are going to be content just letting the clock kind of drain out here.
Yeah, but that was still a nice carry just to build up Sandlin's confidence here. And at least Dallas mitigate the damage. It looked like they was going to be trailing by 3 scores, but it's only 2.
Jock to throw this time. Tipped as he's throwing it and incomplete. I'm not sure what they were kind of doing there. Maybe a little Hail Mary, a little razzle-dazzle, but the clock hits zeros, and we've hit halftime here, Troy.
Yeah, and a very dominating first half by the Sioux Falls Sparrows. If you're the fan of the Sparrows, in spite of the fact that we just mentioned earlier that these are just regular playbooks, stuff that you will not see starting week 1. If you're Sioux Falls fans, you loving what you're seeing right now. In Dallas, they just, again, working out the kinks, finding out what works, what won't work as they prepare for week 1.
As we get a look at the first half stats, 14-3 your score as the Sioux Falls Sparrows are up on the Dallas Lobos. Again, good. It was good balance there from the Dallas offense, and a lot of Colin Hart on the end of Sioux Falls.
Yeah, and that's what Colin Hart does. He just dominates the offense with great running plays like that. And Sioux Falls O-line and receivers and tight ends, they are great blocking downfield, giving Colin Hart the room to roam. And with Dallas, I think they may have to rely on the passing game to help open up lanes for the run. We'll see starting next week. But yes, they do have a nice balance of running pass there in Dallas. And it's just all about Zach Sandlin just getting the confidence to tote the rock down there with the Lobos. As we see a nice touchdown run by Colin Hart there with the Dirty Bird celebration.
I've always been a fan of the Dirty Bird celebration, by the way. They need to bring that back.
Yeah, A-Town, ATL needs to do that for sure. I miss Jamal Anderson making those plays and those touchdown rounds.
Good old Jamal Anderson. Yeah, those were the good old times of the Dirty Birds, man. But
yeah, and they should have won that Super Bowl. Oof. That's okay. That's okay. That's the other league.
That's why we got the SFL, man. We got better competition in this league.
Exactly.
As we get a look at beautiful Liberty Park, here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Got the teams coming out, doing warm-ups here for the second half. Dallas received the first half kickoff, so they will go ahead and kick it off to the Sioux Falls Sparrows to start things off here in the second half. And we'll see if that Dallas defense can hold strong once again and get the ball back to their offense, get some touchdowns on the board.
Yep, and it was very important for Dallas to make that interception near the end of the half, since Sioux Falls was getting the ball right here. We'll see if Dallas defense can not only not bend, but not break at all, and hold Sioux Falls to a punt here.
So a good return out to the 31-yard line to start things off for the Sparrows. Riley Porter again with the return. As we get a look at Julian Tyree striding up to the line, he's going to be under center to start things off. Tyree to throw. He's in trouble. He's going to throw it over to the right-hand side. Tipped in, incomplete. And again, good defense out there by Rocky Aquino, one of the linebackers.
Great job by Aquino with the pat down. But you know what the rules is. If you got two hands on the ball, you must pick that off.
Ooh, that's true.
And as we saw in the Alaska-Denver game on Friday night, there was missed opportunities by the Alaska Swarm linebackers. They could have picked the ball off in the last drive, and that actually resulted to the game-winning touchdown later on for Denver as they pull off the preseason upset against Alaska. We'll see if that's going to hurt Dallas later on in this game.
3 wideouts for Tyree. Tyree finds a hole in the zone, and he will bring his receiver into enemy territory, and that's A.J. Warren with the great catch there.
Yes, nice catch by A.J. Warren. Julian Tyree delivering the nice spiral amongst what looks like 3 or 4 Lobos defenders. And unfortunately, as I mentioned, that missed interception kind of cost Dallas right now. We'll see if they can regroup here and stop them.
Now from the 48-yard line, Hart with a handoff. And Vincent will drag him down after just a 2-yard gain.
There you go. That's one way to start. Stop Colin Hart from getting into the secondary there. Nice tackle. It's 3rd and long. Dallas pulls this off. They're going to give their offense a great chance here. We'll see if they can do it.
3rd and long. Little pitch play to Hart. Reading it the whole way is the Dallas defense. And they will bring him down at the 43-yard line. Good play there to force the punt for the Sparrows.
Yeah, I don't care if it takes 2 or 5 or even 1. As long as they stop Colin Hart from getting into the open field, that's a nice play. Good job by the Lobos defense. Now we'll see what the offense can do. And hopefully they can get back in this game for a touchdown drive right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Colin Hart's been running all over this Dallas Lobos defense. So a good turn of events here to start things off in the second half for Dallas. A good punt here, but I don't think that they're going to be able to nail him deep as it bounces harmlessly into the end zone for a touchback, so Dallas will get it at the 20-yard line.
And remember, we talked about this last year with the Tallahassee-Dallas Lobo game. Tallahassee Pride kept Dallas in the game, and the Lobos was able to come back and pull off the biggest upset of that season, season 11. We'll see if this history is going to repeat itself here in the preseason.
34 yards on the ground for Zach Sandlin, the 2nd overall pick in the SFL rookie draft. He's following blockers and finding holes, and he'll make it out to the 26-yard line, a gain of 6 on the play.
And what was the norm earlier in the game with 3-yard carries, the norm has now increased. It's now Zach Sandlin has been running consistently 6 yards, 7 yards. Looks like the Lobos O-line is running out the D-line of Sioux Falls.
I formation this time for the Lobos. Sandlin going to get the handoff. He's got room on the right-hand side, lowering his shoulder, and he'll make it out to the 34-yard line. First down, tackled by A.J. Levy.
Another nice gain. You saw Zach Sandlin looks like he's getting more confidence each time he carries the ball. And the fullback make a
rushing yards last season for the Dallas Lobos. That was very clearly the bottom of the league last year, so hopefully they will turn the tides and run the football a little bit more as Luyendula is going to throw to start things for this next set of downs. They'll get 4 yards out to junior senior the 3rd.
Yeah, but even though they did have 243, they did have great quarterback starting from Sebastian Energy. I did say that he wasn't there, but he's actually the backup as I saw him hold the punt. But Sebastian Energy with 5,000 yards passing, he was the leader. So I understand why Stephen Molex wanted Shabazz to throw the ball as much as he did.
Shabazz still on the roster, as he mentioned, the backup quarterback and the holder there for field goals. as Sandlin gets a handoff and gets gobbled in the backfield. Sioux Falls with great defense as well as John Barnhart getting in there for another stop.
Good job by the rookie Barnhart, trying to make a name for himself. Made a nice open field tackle and made it difficult for Dallas here. It's 3rd and long. Can they convert?
4 wideouts down towards the bottom of the screen. He throws it over towards Carr, and it's tipped and incomplete. Good read there by the veteran safety Levy as he is coming into his 7th season with the Sioux Falls Sparrows.
A.J. Levy, the ball hawk right there. Nice job reading the quarterback and preventing Tristan Carr from making what could have been a touchdown-making catch. Not the result Dallas wanted. We'll see if the special teams can pin Sioux Falls deep.
Well, we had a good punt last time around from Vandenboom. This one, obviously different field position, so we'll have to see what he does here. Snap will be from the 35. He'll be kicking from about the 20. Good hang time. Fielded at about the 32, and that's where they're going to mark him down. They'll give him an extra yard for forward progress at the 33-yard line. So a good flip in field position there.
Yeah, it's a good flip in field position. We'll see if the Lobos can stop the Sioux Falls Sparrows and stop Colin Hart from continuing his great performance from the first half.
Tyree's got an offset I formation. 3 wide receivers to start things off on this drive. He's going to hand it off to Hart. Hart trying to break through tackles, does not get through that first one. And that was a good wrap-up there by Bones Malone Jr.
Good job by Bones Malone Jr. putting the kibosh on that carry for a nice 1-yard loss. And if you remember, again, I keep bringing up that Dallas-Tallahassee game. In the first half, Tallahassee's running back was able to run for over 100 yards. Second half, Dallas put the kibosh on that. That looks like it's about to take place here.
Offset I going the other way. This time Hart getting a few yards more. But, oh, man, was that a hit. Hart bounces right back up. But, oh, man, that was one for the high rails there.
Yeah, that was a vicious hit. And I got to copy my other broadcast partner on this one. E.K. Vincent, you cooking barbecue and didn't invite us? Hurt our feelings. Shouts to you, Damon.
I love that. That's one of my favorite lines he does. Tyree's in trouble as he throws it over the middle, completes for a first down, as A.J. Warren will bring it into Dallas territory.
Great job by Tyree staying calm under pressure, able to find A.J. Warren doing a crossing route, and then A.J. Warren was able to get open there and make a nice 3rd down converting catch to the first. Hopefully Dallas can bounce back and hold Sioux Falls to nothing more than a field goal. We'll see. Just 95 yards passing. It's all been on the ground so far for Sioux Falls.
Well, and Colin Hart had over 1,600 yards rushing last season in the SFL. 20 touchdowns rushing as well, which is insane. As Tyree's going to throw it. He's got Harrelson over on the left-hand side. I believe they will mark that as an incompletion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, you only need 1 foot in the SFL to make a complete catch. Unfortunately, Harrelson couldn't get the 1 foot in, couldn't get that toe drag swag going on that one.
I do love that toe drag swag.
Oh, yes.
3 wide outs this time for Tyree. He's got a back on either side of him in the shotgun. Delayed handoff and a broken play, but Tyree's going to run for it. He slides down, and he will get the first down on a broken play. And that was honestly incredible defense by Dallas, but Tyree with the know-how to just scramble for the first down.
Yeah, if it weren't for Tyree's, just being a very experienced quarterback here in the SFL, that could have been a very tragic play for Sioux Falls, but Tyree was able to make something out of nothing on that one.
Hart's going to get another handoff here, and he's met by just about every member of the Lobo defense. And Wolves hunting packs. And Colin Hart figured that out here pretty quick.
And Dallas has definitely changed the progress of Colin Hart. Colin Hart looked like he's about to have a 200-yard rushing game, but Dallas has just put a stop on that one. Great adjustments been made in the half by the Lobos defensive coordinator there.
Tyree's barking out signals. He's going to throw it over to the right. Again, out of bounds. That's going to be an incompletion. And we'll bring up 3rd and long for Sioux Falls. You talked about their dangerous running game, Troy, but that's where Sioux Falls becomes so dangerous overall because you've got a quarterback like Tyree that can just take right on over and do things through the air.
Exactly, because you figure the running game should help open up the passing because the Lobos will be just keen on the running back. Unfortunately for the Sioux Falls Sparrows, the wide receivers are not making the catches here on this drive. We'll see if they can convert here on 3rd and long.
Tyree's going to throw here. He's got time. Throws it over the middle, and it's complete out to Warren. And he has been key over the middle of the field, especially when the Lobos are dropping into that zone defense. We'll get into the look.
And especially on this drive, that's his 2nd or 3rd down conversion of this drive alone. There's two Lobos there ready to hunt on him, pounce on him, but he's still able to make that catch. Now they're in the red zone here.
I think Vasquez was getting a little greedy there, wanting to get that pick, but could not quite undercut the route. So that's a huge completion. Tyree's going to throw it to the left, and this time he does get Harrelson, and that will be a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
And this time Harrelson was able to get that 1 foot in, make it 2nd and 6, as you said. Great pass by Tyree, great catch by Harrelson. Will we see Colin Hart carry the rock here on this 2nd down?
I don't know. From the 10, this is certainly within his wheelhouse. Offset I formation could do plenty of different things out of this formation. We'll see as Tyree is under center. He's going to give it a little pitch over to Hart, and Hart gets absolutely leveled. Kane Vasquez with the vicious hit there.
Kane with the nasty hit took Colin Hart to the shallow realm, and looks like Dallas has definitely keyed in on the Sioux Falls running game. They're not necessarily respecting the passing game. We'll see if that's going to hurt them here on this play.
Looks like they might be coming out in man defense here. Single safety high. Tyree in the gun, all alone. He's going to throw. He's got time. Throws it over the middle, and that's complete to Harrelson for another touchdown.
And you figure that pass play was going to go to where the 3 receivers at on the trips, but it went to Harrelson making the crossing route in the middle. Here's the replay of Tyree throwing the ball. And Harrelson was just wide open because everybody else was focusing on the trips to the right. Nice play, nice call by Sioux Falls, and they was able to convert that drive to 6. Not what Dallas Lobos needed.
Yeah, Crash Combs getting beat on the other side there, unfortunately. And that ends up with another Sioux Falls touchdown, this time through the air. The other 2 touchdowns on the ground via Colin Hart. And Prefontaine will go ahead and knock through the extra point. So a 21-3 score now in favor of the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And again, Troy, I don't necessarily think that the score reflects how each team is kind of playing. Obviously, Sioux Falls is playing really well. That's why they've got 21 points on the board. But Dallas has been playing well as well. I don't think that the score necessarily reflects how they're playing this football game.
No, and let's look at the positives from what we've seen so far. Dallas can make the adjustments and stop the running game. And then Zach Sandlin himself has been doing a good job running the ball starting the 2nd quarter on. Remember, most of his single carries has been 6 yards instead of 3, as we saw in the 1st quarter. So there are plenty of positives that the Dallas Lobos can take from this game in spite of what we see on that scoreboard.
And again, working with very generic playbooks, the bare bones minimum, as they say. And again, like you said, Troy, there's been some good things coming out of the offense here as Jacques is going to throw it over to the left, and that's Mike Osai with the catch for 5 yards. Definitely more of a run game than we saw last season.
Yeah, that's the big change, because we used to seeing Dallas just either, if they're going to use their running back, it's going to be as a pass, more in the passing game instead of the running game. I think the Lobos can feel more confident of giving their running back the ball as a ball carrier instead of the receiver out of backfield.
2 backs in the backfield this time. Luyendula is going to throw. He's got Carr, and that's going to be a 1st down out to the 46-yard line, and that's why they brought this big dude over from London. all 6'5", oh geez, 6'7", 249 of him, which is absolutely insane for a tight end.
And that monster can make catches amongst traffic. There was 3 Sioux Falls Sparrows there. Didn't matter to him. He made that catch, and there's a nice conversion here. It's now 1st and 10 on Dallas 46.
2:20 left to go here in the third. Still counting down. Luyendula is going to throw. Quick screen out to, I believe, the fullback, and it goes for just about nothing. Mo Motley probably should have let that one go.
Yeah, it looks like that pass was going to be over his head, but, you know, he wanted the ball. We haven't seen him get the ball yet. He wanted at least having a chance to make one man miss, but he couldn't do it.
Those big boys, they don't get a chance to touch the ball all that often, so when they get an opportunity, they want to do a little shimmy shake and drive down the field.
Exactly.
Jacques going to throw, and he's got a man. That's junior senior, the third, and that's out to the 49-yard line. He was wide open on that out route. Couldn't quite keep his feet in bounds for more than just a few.
No, he couldn't, but still, it made it third and manageable. And one of the great names in the SFL, Junior Senior the third, did a great job with a nice catch there.
We got 2 wideouts towards the top of the screen. Sandlin in the backfield. JS3 towards the bottom. He's throwing over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. I think Jacques was looking for Tristan Carr again, but that's going to be another 4th down coming up for the Lobos.
And unfortunately on that one, that throw was just a little bit off to our right to the bottom of the screen. Looks like Carr could have had a chance if that pass was delivered a lot better, a lot sharper. But anyway, but it'll still positives here on this drive. We'll see if Dallas can pin them deep here with their special teams here.
It's definitely a dangerous throw there. Couldn't quite make the catch, so it's going to be 4th and 5. Sioux Falls coming after the punt. Vandenboom gets it away. Fair catch called for it about the 18-yard line. They'll mark it at the 19. And that is where the Sparrows will take over. Gotta love these new redesigned logos. The SFL is getting new sponsors as we kind of see those coming across the ticker here. Good things happening here, Troy, for this upcoming season 12.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I saw the sponsorships at the commissioner's big reveal 2 weeks ago, and then the new logos were awesome. I just saw Baltimore's earlier this morning. They look kind of sharp. All the other teams look sharp too. This is going to be a very exciting time for the SFL as we keep growing as a league.
And a free play there for Sioux Falls as the Lobos jumped off sides. Since it was an incomplete pass, Sioux Falls is going to go ahead and accept that, so it'll be a 1st and 5 coming up here for the Sparrows.
And unfortunately, the ref was laying down the law on Lawless there. He was the guy who jumped off sides, making it 2nd and 5 here for Sioux Falls. Well, 1st and 5, sorry, for Sioux Falls.
So from the 24-yard line this time. Dallas stacking the box. Colin Hart in the backfield. Tyree under center. Hart's going to get the handoff, and Dallas smelled run the whole time as they dragged him down at, well, just beyond the line of scrimmage there.
And Aquino just says, heck no to Colin Hart on that carry. Good job making an open field tackle. It's now 2nd and 4. We'll see if Dallas can flip the field and keep him back here.
Coleman another handoff here. He's going to get the ball out across the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 1st down out to the 31-yard line of Sioux Falls. And he was just kind of watching for those holes there. I think the play design was going one way. He just shot upfield once he saw the hole.
And that's what makes Colin Hart a great back. He was able to read the defense there, be a little bit more patient for something else to develop, and then he just hit that mark as hard as he can to convert that play to a 1st.
2 backs on either side for Tyree. Tyree's going to throw it over the middle, and it's complete, but a penalty marker down. We might get some pass interference thrown on Dallas on this play. We'll have to see what the head referee says.
Pass interference, number 94.
And man, that's another penalty on Lawless, isn't it?
Yeah, that is his 2nd penalty on this drive. He's going to get a earful once he comes on the sidelines here. Hopefully we can get his act together, maybe make a play here on this drive to stop the Sioux Falls Sparrows from even scoring.
So that's the end of the third quarter as we go into the final frame. Sioux Falls up by 18 on the visiting Lobos. This is a special presentation, preseason presentation of the Simulation Football League, live on YouTube.
And we have seen games where teams were trailing as many as 18 points and still able to make the comeback victory. We'll see if Dallas can do it here.
Well, that's certainly a good start there for the defense as they swallow up Colin Hart behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 is going to be coming up here. They'll mark him for no gain.
Great job by the Lobos defensive line, able to stop Colin Hart from getting started. 2nd and long, we'll see if they can force a turnover here.
Two backs behind Tyree. He's under center, and he's going to throw. Good pocket, throws it over the middle. Dangerous throw and incomplete, intended for A.J. Warren, but good coverage by the Lobos.
And it looked like Dallas had a chance to pick it off. And that's Gavin Hank Jr. He looked like he had a chance to pick it off right here, but it weren't for A.J. Warren. Actually, it wasn't Gary. It was somebody else. It looked like it was Gamble that had a chance to pick it off, but it weren't for Warren interfering with that. That could have been Dallas's turnover there. Good job by Warren to become a defender on that play.
And Gammon Hawk Jr. playing on the opposite side of Crash Combs in the secondary. You've got a bunch of wide receivers towards the bottom of your screen. Tyree's going to be under center again. He's going to throw. Quick throw over to the right and almost picked off by E.K. Vincent.
And that's what E.K. Vincent is known for. Nice coverage and making great tackles in the open field. He just made a drive-ending pat down, and Sioux Falls will now have to punt. We'll see if Dallas offense can get in gear here and convert this upcoming. They can run the ball. I want to see them go back to the passing game and make, Tristan Card and Michael Sy and the other and junior senior the third Mason Kirby, make them make some plays here and get them back in this game.
Big time targets as we see them trips towards the top of the screen, and it's an interception. Jacques throws it underneath there, and I couldn't quite tell. I think that was JT Lane with the interception flag on the play.
Oh, it's not going to help
clipping on
Dallas.
The defense.
It's still going to be Sioux Falls ball.
It was on the return there.
Yeah, not what they wanted to. Not what Dallas wanted to see. That was clipping.
We do get a couple of those every now and again. Mexico City very aware of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ref 62 and Mexico City don't get along. And I guess Ref 62 and Sioux Falls don't get along. That was a very questionable call there. Come on, Ref. We have a new sponsor. We can't make them mad with your horrible calls there.
Tyree's going to throw again. This time he'll check it down to Hart. Looked like it was a design screen, but the Dallas Lobos defense able to sniff that out. And a 2nd and 5 coming up here.
Yeah, it looks like Dallas is definitely keying in on Colin Hart now. He has nowhere near the amount of production in this half than he had in the first half, and especially that one huge run he had in his first quarter. Good job by the Dallas defense making the adjustment.
Tyree's going to throw again. Throws it over the middle, and is that a completion?
Yes, it is.
Oh, my goodness. Sean Harrelson going down to the turf to get that one.
Well, while Harrelson may not have the toe drag swag, he definitely has the ability to make a difficult catch. You see the Dallas defender there. Looks like that was Gamble who could have interfered with that catch. But Harrelson was able to make the catch in spite of the traffic there. Great job by him.
Two wideouts this time for the Sparrows. Colin Hart's going to be in the backfield. Dallas smelling run. Hart's going to get the ball, and he will manage to get a couple yards on that play. out to the Dallas 25-yard line. So another good-looking drive for Sioux Falls as they're just about at the red zone.
And what Dallas need to do right now is play for pride, see if they can put the kibosh on this drive. You're making a turnover here by forcing a fumble or picking off a pass. We'll see if they can do it here.
Tyree's going to throw. He's got Harrelson on the right-hand side, able to stay in bounds, gets the first down and more. Finally dragged down inside the 10-yard line to the 5, first and goal for Sioux Falls.
Nice out route by Harrelson there. And then he had the ability to not go out of bounds and move upfield for a nice play. He almost went out of bounds, but he kept his feet in. Good job by Harrelson. It's now first and goal for Sioux Falls.
And stay tuned, folks. We got more preseason action coming up for you from the SFL. The Indianapolis Red Devils will travel to Houston to take on the Hyenas. And that's coming up at 7 Central Time, 8 Eastern Time. And we've got the Tallahassee Pride visiting the Atlanta Swarm at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Both of those games on YouTube as Colin Hart gets knocked down, and he'll get maybe a yard as Kane Vasquez suplexed him into the turf.
Suplex, see, I didn't know Kane Vasquez was either Goldberg with the spear. That was a nice open field tackle. It was the basically second and 9 as they try to score here.
Handoff here to Hart, trying to get more running room, and they'll make it out to the 6-yard line. Getting closer and closer here, but Dallas knows what Sioux Falls likes to do. We'll see if Tyree's going to keep handing the ball off to his reliable back here.
Yeah, he only got a 3-yard gain. Colin Hart will see if they're going to pass it here or they're going to try to confuse him with this pro form formation.
Snap to Tyree. Quick throw over to the right, and he's got his man. That's going to be Porter, who mans the kick return duties. And he'll be dragged out of bounds shy of the goal line. Gain of 3, so it's going to be 4th and goal. Sioux Falls is going to try to get a field goal on the board here.
Yeah, great job by Dallas defense, able to just hold them to 3. I thought they was going to swing it out to Colin Hart and let him muscle his way in on a touchdown reception, but didn't work out.
Prefontaine able to nail the 19-yarder, no more than an extra point. And that lengthens the lead to 24 for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Dallas Lobos with 3 on the board, so the lead is 21. As Sioux Falls tees it up here. And Dallas has 7 minutes to work with here to try and get on the scoreboard through the end zone. Able to get a man-one field goal, but he's missed a couple others along the way as well. Shaking off the rust as we go through the preseason game. Flag on the play as Mason Kirby muscles his way out to just past the 30-yard line. We'll see what the penalty's about.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He returned the favor.
Oh, not another clipping. Oh, no.
And will they show the replay on this one? I'm not for sure. I saw a clipping, maybe a block in the back, but not a clipping.
Sneakers Alamo, the guilty party, but he is looking a little confused there, a little perplexed.
Yeah, I think he's questioning the ref's penalty call there.
So
see what Dallas do here.
With that, they're going to be at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Sandlin on the screen. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the fullback. Mo Motley with a catch. And this time he gets a gain of 1 on the play there.
I want to say this anyway. Mo Motley. Good job making a nice catch and get a yard. Fullbacks got to eat. Feed the beast.
And he is a beast, too. 6'1", 260. Mentioned him earlier, and that's a heck of a guy to be in the backfield for you, running blocks. Trips towards the bottom of the screen here for the Lobos. This time, Luyendula is going to hand it off to Sandlin again, who gets absolutely leveled.
I hope he's all right. Okay, he's all right. That was a vicious hit. Folks that are new to the SFL, it doesn't matter where you hit them here. We ain't worrying about any concussion protocols. We're savage in this league.
We'll throw the forearm shivers. We'll throw elbows and helmets and all sorts of fun stuff. It's fun to watch as Sandlin gets another handoff. Sioux Falls ready for it again. And 3 back-to-back-to-back handoffs there for Dallas. I'm not sure if that was probably the best game plan to get on the board here with a touchdown.
Nope, I think this is just mostly just getting reps to their running back and fullback, getting them ready for the regular season. Again, as we mentioned before, this is just the basic playbooks, but I'm sure Dallas is going to have something special for their running backs and for their offense next week, in week 1.
Now, over in the chat, AJ Levy is calling for Freddie Fox, the backup running back, to get in the game. So we will see if maybe the old wily veteran backup gets some reps here, as Porter will bring it out to the 46-yard line. It's a good field position here for Sioux Falls. And we'll see who they got coming out here. Looks like it's still the starters. Sorry, AJ. We'll have to wait and see if Freddie gets some carries later on.
Yeah, if only if the game gets more out hand than it is right now, we'll probably see Mr. Fox. But right now, it's all starters.
1st and 10, handoff to Hartz. Vincent trying to make the tackle, doesn't. And Bones Malone there to clean up. Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, in this case, it took 2 to take this guy down. Good job, though, by both Vincent and Malone Jr. to make the tackle and make this a 2nd and long.
Counting down to under 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Offset I formation for Tyree. 2 wide receivers towards the bottom of the screen. Tyree's going to throw. Pocket collapsing around him. Finds the man. That's going to be 1st down yardage to Harrelson out across to the 40-yard line. Excuse me.
And I thought they was going to run the ball and just wear down the clock, but a nice pass by Julian Tyree to Harrelson. 1st down, Sioux Falls is in Dallas territory once again.
Tyree under center, Hart in the backfield. Dallas sensing a run, they collapse in on him, and Hart gets maybe a couple on that play. Good defense there by the Lobos.
Yep, but we're looking for positive signs for Dallas. This is one of them. They're able to hold Colin Hart to just maybe nothing more than a 5-yard carry. In this case, it was just 3. Remember the first half, he was busting 10, 15, 20, and a huge run for a TD earlier. Dallas is definitely adjusted on the running game.
Looks like they're stacking the box again here. Tyree taking his time, making sure to bleed that play clock all the way down. Down to 6 before he made that snap. Hart is going to get more yards on the ground. Gamble, and I believe that was Gavin Hawk Jr. in there on the stop as well.
But 7.2 or 3 yards per carry is usually Colin Hart's average from last season, so he's still on pace for that. Nice job by him reading defense and went to the side of the Dallas Lobos defense where it was only safeties and corners instead of the linebackers that was waiting for him.
3rd and short here for the Sparrows. Dallas Lobos getting antsy here as they're showing blitz. Snapped it at 2 seconds, and oh boy, did Hart get gobbled up in the backfield there. Good defense by the secondary as Hawk Jr. gets in there to wrap him up.
And this was Christmas time. The Lobos definitely wrapped up Colin Hart as a gift. Nice job with the open field tackle, and looks like they'll have to settle for a field goal, maybe. They did went for it on 4th and long earlier in this game.
They did indeed, yeah, absolutely. And they converted it on a huge pass down the middle of the field. But it looks like they got the punt team out here, and Mulholt's going to try and pin the Lobos back deep.
But I'll be real with you, Eric. I would love to see more teams in the SFL go for it on 4th and long every now and then.
Yes, sir. From a fan standpoint, you love to see the fakes.
Yes.
Kirby's going to field it, and Kirby's going backwards.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure what Mason Kirby was doing there, but running backwards, and a flag was tossed as well.
It's about to get worse. Again.
Another clipping. Oh, no. Oh, man.
And I hate to say this. I don't want to put blame on somebody. I think it's Mason Kirby's fault for going backwards. because I think Dupree wanted to just laid his hands on somebody, but since Kirby went backwards, the person that number 42 was covering turned the other way, and he just put his hands on him. Can't do that.
It wasn't looking bad until he started going backwards. And now with that penalty, Dallas is pinned deep at the 4-yard line. 2:06 left to go. Trips towards the top of the screen. Jacques going to throw, and he's going to throw deep. And he had a man open. Osai not able to pull it in. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Come on, fellow Baltimore fan. Mike Osai, I need you to make that catch because you had a house call for 6 if you would have. Man, that was close. Good try.
So we got 2:02 frozen on the clock. Means one more play here for the Lobos before we hit that 2-minute warning. Flipping the formation, trips towards the bottom of the screen. Gonna check it out, to Sandlin. He gets it out to the 7-yard line. Minute 58 is our 2-minute warning. And Dallas, unfortunately, will not be winning this game. But they are down by 21 points, trying to get just a few more on the scoreboard here as we've hit that 2-minute warning here in the 4th quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube, brought to you by APM Music. Jacques is going to throw again. Dangerous pass and incomplete. I was anticipating a pick 6 there, Troy. And it almost was going back the other lane as JT Lane able to get his hands on it.
Yeah, JT Lane got into that passing lane there. Pass was intended to Mike Osai, but Lane was able to tip the ball. Should have had pick 6. Maybe in the regular season he'll convert that to the pick 6. We'll see if Dallas is going to go for it here. They are.
I mean, I might as well. 1:54 left to go. Might as well get some extra reps in as Jacques is going to throw. Blitz is coming. Throws it over the middle of the field. Tipped and incomplete. Looking for junior, senior, the third over the middle of the field. And Nyberg able to get his mitt on it and knock it down.
Great job by Nyberg here with the pat down. And this is what I'm afraid of for Dallas. Will Sioux Falls rub it in for up salt in the wound here and convert this drive to 6 points? They got a chance to get a touchdown here.
They got a real good chance lining up at the 7-yard line of Dallas. And this Lobos defense has to be shaking their head like, oh, man, what kind of situation are we in now?
But guess what we have now? Hart's not in.
Yeah, there's backup Freddie Fox getting the carry as he gets dragged down at the 4-yard line. Dallas burns their first timeout. There you go, A.J. Levy. We got the Freddie Fox sighting.
I know A.J. Levy's happy now as we got a Fox sighting there. Nice carry by Fox. Just get a couple of yards. 2nd and goal at Dallas 4. We'll see if they're going to keep beating the beast or, wait a minute, is Colin Hart back in? He's back in. Fox is in there too, though. Hart and Fox are both in there.
Under center, handoff. It's going to be short. Hart getting the handoff to the 3-yard line, and Dallas will burn their 2nd timeout.
Good job by Backus making the tackle. We'll see if Dallas defense can have enough pride here to stop Sioux Falls from getting a touchdown here.
Willie Beeman, by the way, the backup quarterback in the game. And he is going to change some things up at the line of scrimmage. Looks like we got Freddie Fox back in the ball game. As he's going to get the pitch play, and the Dallas defense all over it, but he's able to squeak out of that first tackler and managed to at least get it back to the 4 before Vincent dragged him down.
I got to give props to Fox there. He did a great job breaking that first tackle. Then Vincent has to remind him what position what spot he's in on the roster. Fox, you're the backup. You're not calling Hart here. Stop him from scoring. At least they get a field goal out of this. Good job by the Dallas D.
Sioux Falls lining up for the field goal attempts. Burned through all of their, Dallas has burned through all of their timeouts. So no way to stop the clock here. As Prefontaine will nail the short field goal attempt.
Almost was blocked there. You saw that lineman?
It was, yes. We're getting good pressure up the middle of the field. But alas, the Sparrows tacking on 3 more. 27-3 the score. And Sioux Falls just putting in a dominating effort here in the preseason matchup against the Lobos.
And yes, we mentioned this before. This may be a preseason game. This is all generic playbooks, but if you are a fan of Sioux Falls Sparrows, you definitely love what you see here. We'll see what Kirby's doing.
Hey, look at Mason Kirby bringing the kick up the field. Great kick return into Sioux Falls territory to the 47-yard line. A minute and a half, just under a minute and a half to go as we get a look at his kick return here.
Nice kick return by Kirby here. You see his lineman there making a nice wall. He's able to take it to his left and get to Sioux Falls territory. And then I don't know if you saw before the replay, Kirby delivered a nice little forearm shiver to one of the Sioux Falls Sparrows, letting them know that, hey, man, I'm still good.
I'm surprised he didn't get called for clipping on that play.
Right? That is the truth.
Jacques Luyandula, the quarterback for the Lobos. He's pump faking. He's going to throw over the middle, threading the needle to Mike Osai. What a great catch as they get him down at the 25-yard line. Dallas going no huddle, no timeouts for them.
Nice pass. We'll see what they do here.
Jacques in trouble again. He's going to throw to the right. He's got a man inside the 10-yard line. First and goal for the Lobos.
Where was this earlier?
Right? Junior, senior, the third with the incredible catch. Zoc is going to throw again. Throws it over to the left, tip it and incomplete. He was looking for one of the tight ends. And I believe that was, oh no, that's Harold Miner. That's one of the other receivers that they got on the roster.
Man, I gave Miner some praise earlier in this game. I got to give him some criticism there. He had both hands on the ball, couldn't make that catch. And unfortunately, that's why he's on the bench right now.
Got some good stars at wide receiver. Obviously, we saw Osai, junior, senior, the third, a rookie last year, doing some good things. Mason Kirby, the third wide receiver, returning kicks. Jacques is going to throw. He's going to throw it to the left, and they finally get it in the end zone. Mike Osai with the touchdown grab.
Great job by the Lobos. Only thing I have to say is, where was this earlier in the game? They're up-tempo. This was all passing. This was what the Lobos were known for last season. Their high-octane passing attack. We saw it there. It went for 6.
Well, and we said this a little bit, Troy. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you know, maybe they were trying just something a little new here. Maybe they were kind of going with the balanced playbook, see what the run game looked like, see what they wanted to do.
Exactly, and I think Lobos fans shouldn't have to worry about anything too much. They should have confidence in the fact that their running game is strong. Zach Sandlin, even though his yards per carry may not be as impressive as Colin Hart, he has proven that he can tote the rock as a ball carrier.
Dallas going to line up for the onside kick here. Manuel going to sweep the leg back the other way. Dallas got the ball in the ground still, and Sioux Falls recovered it.
Oh, my only thing is, I think it traveled 10 yards, but still the Lobos special teams just stood there for a couple of seconds. I guess they wanted to play it safe since they got some horrible calls against them earlier in this game. But we should see the victory formation here, the best formation in the SFL.
No way to stop the clock for Dallas, so Beeman and company will just take a knee on this one. And again, folks, if you're liking what you're seeing, this is the Simulation Football League. We got more preseason action coming around. It's all going to be on YouTube, so stay tuned. We've got the Indianapolis Red Devils traveling to Houston to take on the Hyenas. And the Tallahassee Pride will be our nightcap, taking on the Atlanta Swarm in the ATL. So again, stay tuned to YouTube throughout the night, and you'll get more SFL preseason action.
Yeah, definitely want to thank the Tallahassee Pride because they're the odd team out. They had to play 2 preseason games because of our 21 team league here. So thank you, Tallahassee, for giving us an extra game here.
And that will be the end of the game as the Sioux Falls Sparrows take care of business at home with a 27-10 preseason victory over the visiting Dallas Lobos. And we will get a look at the 2K Sports postgame show and the final stats for the game. Troy, do you have any other final thoughts before we let the people go?
Well, again, as we mentioned before, Dallas looks like they got their running game handled here with Zach Sinlin. They may have to use the pass to open up running lanes for him, but Zach Sinlin proved that he can carry the rock. He can tote the rock. I can't wait to see what his progress will be during the regular season. Hopefully, we'll see him in the Pro Bowl in the future. And then the Lobos defense did a great job putting a kibosh on Colin Hart in the second half. Hart had a huge first half, 2 big touchdown runs, but when it's all said and done, the Lobos defense adjusted and just held them to just a basic average half.
Yeah, definitely getting all those points on the board there in the first half, and then only putting up, I believe they only put up 6 points for the second half there. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Troy, but I'm pretty sure that was the score there.
Yeah, I think they had 1 touchdown in the third quarter to, I want to say, what's number 11 again? He made a nice catch. Harrison made a nice catch in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, they got the field goal. But still, great job by the defense making the adjustments and putting a kibosh on Colin Hart, preventing him from getting that 200-yard rushing game. But I bet you he's the player of the game, though.
Yeah, definitely good performances by both teams. Yep, Colin Hart, the player of the game, 30 attempts, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 14 yards through the air. For Troy T. Roy Gaines, my name is Eric Vinson. We appreciate you guys coming around and checking out the Simulation Football League. Stay tuned to YouTube for more preseason action, and we will see you guys for Season 12. Good night.
Have a good one, guys.